Not only is Wonder Woman the greatest film of 2017, but it is the film that has finally settled gender inequality. Women everywhere will no longer be oppressed because of Wonder Woman 2017. Men everywhere will respect women because of Wonder Woman 2017. And the world will evolve because of Wonder Woman 2017. Or not when you realize it's just a DC movie. Feminism. Better yet, for the sake of this video, I wish there was another word I could use, even though this one and the definition for it is exactly what I'm going for. It's one of those words that really just gets people up in a bind. Some people overly defend it, some people overly hate it, and it's one of those words that we all have preconceived notions about that we're not all on the same page when we use it. For example, a while back, I made a video on the Vivitch, which was like 11 minutes long, and I took 7 seconds to quote the director on a comparison he made to feminism. And that's the only thing people focused on the comment sections, just railing me, calling me this feminazi and all this stuff, which if you've seen any of my videos, yeah, it's not me. So it is one of those words that sets people off because it's supposed to mean one thing, but a lot of the people who call themselves that word don't really do what the definition says they're supposed to do, and thus a lot of outside people from whatever the group is see the bad apples and that's what they focus on. And honestly, to me, that's the biggest problem with labels. You have all of these movements, all of these groups, religions even, that put themselves in a box when they label themselves, not realizing that any moron can come join your group, say that they are a part of your group, and pretty much ruin it for you. And that happens to be the case because in all of these groups, I know people that are in them, and I know good people that are in them. But there's also the morons, the extremists that come into your group, and that's how outside people end up seeing you and the things that you're trying to go for. It ends up becoming that these movements, these groups, they kind of backtrack on the initial idea that they had, and the focus really just becomes on the movement. No matter how they get it done, they just want to get to that end goal. And the irony is that they end up becoming what they were fighting against to begin with. I'm not saying that's the case for everyone, but what I'm saying here is that the word that I'm trying to use is not the modern interpretation of the stereotype of cutting off men's balls, but it's the one about respecting women, which that shouldn't even have a label. It should just be called being a human being. However, Wonder Woman 2017, the biggest female superhero movie to be released in theaters, directed by a woman, starring an Israeli mother of 2, and has such a diverse cast, there's no doubt it's gonna make bank. But is it a good movie? Well, that's up for you to decide once you go watch it. For me, I thought it was pretty good. I do think that it's well overhyped, and it becomes one of those scenarios where you have like this really good burger and your buddy keeps hyping it up because you haven't had it yet, and he's telling you this is the most amazing burger, it's the best of its kind, you have never tasted something like this, it's going to change your entire world. When you bite it, you're going to start respecting women, and once you finally savor it, you're sitting up high on the seat of expectations, having to look down on what is a really good burger. And hype has always been a thing, so there's no way around that. But when it comes to a movie like Wonder Woman 2017, you have people who aren't just hyped for the movie as fans, but they want to use the movie as a statement. And I agree that it can be one because you have a bunch of movies that are able to portray characters that aren't really seen on screen. And if you know my videos, I'm one who can still relate to a character that is not a 20-something-year-old Mexican on screen, because when a character is written well, they're written well and you can relate to them. That being said, I'm also that guy who hates when producers, when studios force diversity. People don't like the word, but they force diversity so they can get minorities to come in and spend the money. But when they do it right, it can actually really affect people. Like at my screening, you can tell who were the fangirls, but you can also tell who legitimately have been waiting to see someone who's like them, a female, on screen, and have them be the highlight of the movie. And they got to see that in this. It kind of reminded me of a post a while back where a girl took her Mexican father to go see Rogue One, and he was speechless because he noticed that Diego Luna's character had the same type of accent that he had, and he didn't change it, and he was a major character, and he was on the big screen. And again, while I'm one who never wants to see it be used just to bank off minorities, when diversity is done well, I'm all for it because it can really resonate with people. That being said, this is where the tricky stuff comes in because there's a bunch of examples of this. For one, there's 13 Reasons Why, which is a show on Netflix that if you don't like, some fans will accuse you of being pro-suicide. Trust me, I know because they have told me to kill myself while defending a show that's against bullying. There's God's Not Dead, which as a Christian, you're supposed to support anything that promotes your Lord and Savior, regardless of quality, or else you'll burn in hell. And with Wonder Woman 2017, some people think that if you don't like the movie, you don't like women. Could that be the case for some people? Perhaps they have more than 99 problems. But what's important to remember is that it's just a movie. You can watch it, not like it, and not be deemed a misogynist. At least you should be able to, but some people take it a little too seriously, and that's why I'm making this video. Wonder Woman 2017 is a movie that I hope encourages a bunch of girls, women to want to do a lot of other things, to be able to see themselves on screen and be inspired, to be motivated, and I think that's going to be a freaking awesome thing that comes out of this movie. That being said, people need to understand that Wonder Woman 2017 isn't going to fix every single feministic problem, so don't act like it's this ginormous savior to the world. One of the things that I did read leading up to the premiere was this women's only screening that they were having at an Alamo Draft House where all of the proceeds were going to go to Planned Parenthood. And a lot of people freaked out about this. One, because they said it was sexist, because it was only women only, and to me it's like, there's a bunch of those things. They have military ones, they have ones for kids with special needs, and it's like, just go to another screening and let the women watch it if they want to. That being said, it does kind of feel funny when you're talking about a movie that's supposed to promote equality for women, and I get the way that they do that is by like separating themselves. It's sort of like, there ain't nothing wrong with you eating ice cream, but if you've been complaining and hyping up this diet that you got, then you know what, when we get to the ice cream shop, you cannot have any of the 31 flavors. Because look, I know it's hard to separate entertainment from real life and politics and all that stuff, because it wasn't too long ago that there was a Hispanic movie, a Mexican-American movie called Latin Lover, that people were telling me, yo, are you supporting this thing because this bad boy, it's in the top 5, it's a Mexican film, are you super proud? No, I am not proud of this thing. Look, just because it has my people in it, doesn't mean I'm going to support it by default. That's the type of thinking that I'm trying to get here. Don't like something by default just because you feel that you have to. Latin Lover is a garbage movie in where you have our boy, Diego Luna, up in space trying to do something good for the Mexican acting community, and then Derbez is putting freaking charcoal on his chest. No. And look, I'm not saying that Wonder Woman 2017 is Latin Lover, but what I'm saying is that when it comes to Wonder Woman 2017 and feminism, I hope that what's focused on is the positives. How it will motivate, how it will inspire, but still be reminded that it's entertainment and you shouldn't force other people to like it. Yeah, Hollywood has a bad track record with female roles, but in my opinion, instead of always complaining about the past, celebrate the present and the things that are changing. Watch Wonder Woman a million times and support it if that's what you want to see, and guess what? The big studios will notice that, like WB, and they'll make more. Because I mean, it took a woman for them to finally become fresh, so I highly doubt they're getting rid of that anytime soon. Thank you guys for checking out this video. As always, big shout out to my Patreon supporters, a big shout out to those of you who always leave a comment. I do read them all, I don't get the time to respond to all of them, but I do appreciate those of you who go and check out the people who help out this channel. Like I mentioned in my last video, definitely go check out AMC Drawings. All the drawings that you've seen on this channel have all come from her. Now she started her own, so definitely go support her and tell her that ATZ sent you. She's got this cool Wonder Woman one right there, so go check it out. Other than that, don't forget that if you go follow me on Twitter and subscribe to me on YouTube, I will send you a complete pamphlet on how to respect women 101, and it is going to change your life. Until then, keep on watching movies, and until next time, I'll see you guys later.